Recording. Recording now. Recording now. Ladies and gentlemen,
Welcome to Kazagor. This is Pace Case.
this is Bachelor Clues. Happy Resurrection Day. The franchise, as we knew it,
Praise be.
was dead and buried, all but. After this horrendous season of Bachelor in Paradise Season 10 that we have just concluded, after what is essentially a DOA season of Golden Bachelor Season 2, about to arrive in a couple of weeks that no one will watch, we really thought
Mhm.
this was the end of the road. We got no Bachelorette this entire year. They forewent it for reasons unknown. They fired,
And put off the Bachelor pickup.
put off the Bachelor pickup. They fired the two showrunners of the entire franchise, Bennett Graebner and Claire Freeland, some months ago. Everything was in free fall. They brought in Scott Teddy to try and zhuzh up BIP Season 10. You be the judge of if that worked or not. He is the man who will be in charge of this season of Bachelorette that we're about to have this big announcement for on Call Her Daddy of. All of that said, we have been clamoring, we have been begging, we have been pleading with our beloved game, with the franchise, to cast an influencer as the lead. They've done it.
Mm-hmm.
They've done it. Not only an influencer, but someone from a huge other reality franchise, making The Bachelor now officially a third wave reality television program. Third Wave, for those of you who don't know, is a reality show that takes players from other disparate reality genres and franchises and puts them together. Traders is a great example of it, the Celebrity Traders. So we're going to watch this entire Call Her Daddy where this announcement is taking place. We do have some questions. Will there be a Bachelor this year? This season of Bachelorette, I guess, is going to be in place of it. Hopefully that will be answered for us. I do have some.
Will it open the door for more stunt casting? Will The
Well,
Bachelor be stunt cast?
that's the key here. I pray to you, all producers of The Bachelor, now, this is not a one-off. This cannot be a one-off. Don't view this as like, oh, we're just doing this to jumpstart the franchise again. Do this every season. This is what reality TV is now. You have
Yeah.
to have heavy hitters, especially in something where you have a lead of a show. That lead has to bring their own audience. Otherwise, the audience you have is going to go away. So hopefully this is the first in a long line of a brand new era. The franchise is resurrected. She has, Taylor Frankie Paul has 5.7 million TikTok followers.
She's the co-inventor of Mom Talk. She is
Yeah.
so huge. I uh, I am so excited. As a Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, I don't know what you would call us, a secret keeper, whatever the fans, a Mormony,
A wife.
a wifey.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fans are called, but it's such a chaotic, wild show. She
Mm.
is the star of the show. It's all anchored around her.
Mm.
She put out a TikTok a while ago. And I think we covered it in This Week in Bachelor Nation of pitching herself to be the
Yeah,
Bachelorette.
I
And
remember
you
that.
and I were like, they need to do this.
Yeah.
I think we both thought there's no chance in hell
Yep.
they would do this because they have been holding on to this old idea that like it needs to be a random like librarian
Yeah.
and uh they're actually gonna swoop Alex Cooper, who's doing the Harry Jowsey Bachelor.
Well, I think
Like,
they're actually probably helping her with that because this is going to get people ravenous for this type of a show where it's
mm-hmm,
one famous lead, influencer, reality TV star being courted by multiple civilians, basically. We're going to get a taste for that in this season of Bachelorette. Then
mm-hmm.
Who Wants to Marry Harry is going to come out on Netflix a few months later, probably, and it's going to crush. This will be the new way these shows are done, I think. And I can't
it,
believe that
it has
Bachelor
to be.
is once again at the top of the mountain with this announcement. It's absolutely insane to me. I truly
Yeah.
feel like it has been the lifeless corpse has been removed from the grave, and Scott Teddy's Dr. Frankenstein has shocked it with a lightning bolt and brought it back to life. Thank you, Scott
Let's
Teddy.
get Jacob Elordi. Let's get him as the Bachelor.
That's
Look,
where
I'm
it goes
shooting for the
next.
stars now. I feel like I manifested Taylor Frankie Paul as the lead. Like,
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, there's so much going wrong,
Mhm.
and we're getting this. And it's The Bachelor has always been like 20 years in the past in
Yes.
like all of their traditions.
100%.
And for them to be jumping this far in the future, I'm just so happy and like proud as
Yes.
Bachelor fan. And like certainly there's some sticky issues with casting Taylor Frankie Paul.
Hopefully they'll address those.
I'm sure they will cover it.
I'm sure they will as well.
Um, but also, clues. What do you think about doing a Secret Lives of Mormon Wives Kazagor
Yes.
leading up to this premiere?
That's what I was just about to say.
Really?
We are going to put this video, this Casa Gore, on YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube and you enjoy this, you should know that Casa Gore is something on our Patreon where we watch a bunch of stuff in this format and you can watch along with us. And in the months leading up to this Bachelorette season coming out, we're going to do season 1 and 2 of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives so that we get the full idea of who is our season 22 Bachelorette and what is she going to be like in the franchise. I have not watched those shows, so it's going to
I
be
can't wait for
eye-opening.
you to see it. I cannot wait for you to see it.
I can't
because
either.
some of the most like, so just to forewarn listeners, viewers, there is a domestic violence incident and it's in the end of season 1.
It's in
they
the
cover
show?
they cover the whole thing in the show.
I read a lot about it
So
last night. Everyone can have their opinion on it or
yeah.
whatever. I don't think it's like necessarily a great look that they're casting somebody who has been charged with this. But
No.
the flip side is she has 5.7 million TikTok viewers and is the star of that franchise.
And they are rabid fans.
Yeah.
Like they will come after people on her behalf. And she's also just like, she's a force within herself. Like she's going to eat these players alive. She's going to eat the production alive.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Well, let's get to this. We're going to watch this entire Call Her Daddy episode. We'd be pausing throughout to discuss as certain things come up, but here we go. This is it. The brand new era of our beloved game begins now.
What is up, Daddy Gang? It is your founding father, Alex Cooper, with Call Her Daddy.
Taylor Frankie Paul, welcome to Call Her Daddy.
Thank you.
I think let's just get right into it. You are
Just
on
how
Call
she's
Her
sitting.
Daddy.
Thank you.
So we can officially announce that you are this season's Bachelorette. How are you feeling?
To be honest, surreal. It has not hit me. Like right now in this moment, I'm just thinking about it, and it's like, it's not real. It's not real, and it's not gonna be until I think the limo's
agree.
pulling up, and I'll be like, meeting the people. So nervous. How did I get here? Like in my head, I'm like, how is this happening? That is my.
She's got
Literally, that's my
wild
answer.
face play
Well,
already.
I would also say, like, I
Uh-huh.
think people are going to be so shocked and surprised for multiple reasons. First
Yes.
being that this was supposed to be the season of The Bachelor. Like, there is supposed to be a man
Okay.
that's sitting there right now that I'm announcing, and instead,
Yeah.
it's you, which is the
Now, for those who don't know, I secretly train players to infiltrate the Bachelor franchise. I had many players that were going into season 30. I think I hopefully still do. I'll simply say this. They got to a certain point in the casting process, all of them. Then they just got ghosted. And I was like, this is weird. They're not getting calls back. And like they're shooting this show, or ostensibly, they would start shooting at the beginning of October, end of September. And I was like, September's hitting. Usually by like this time now, they've solidified that cast. You know if you're going to be in the show or not, or at least if you're in the final round. And people just weren't getting calls back. And I was getting all these, like DMs. Oh my God, what's happening? Why haven't I heard back? Should I email them back? And I'm like, yeah, it is kind of weird. I thought something was up. And I didn't anticipate that they were just going to do a switcheroo with The Bachelorette. But it all makes sense now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I got the tone. Like, I've done this for a few years now, and I kind of know the pattern of casting and the timing and all of that, and it just started feeling very strange because some of these
You
players,
were like, I have some heavy hitters here. There's no way they're all getting ghosted.
you ain't got no idea. I had players of virtually every archetype I was like, I have all the puzzle pieces in this one. So we'll see what happens.
I cast the season.
I mean, look, we'll see what happens. But I
Yeah.
believe, from everything I'm hearing, I believe they are still going to do Bachelor this year after Bachelorette. I think
I
it's
hope
going to be
so.
a back-to-back, like they just have transposed the positioning of the two shows, where we usually get Bachelor first and Bachelorette. I think they're just doing it the opposite this year.
I
Or
hope
in
so.
2026. I hope so too.
Because they have done a switch the gender each year with Golden Bachelor,
Mhm.
and I thought maybe that was what they were going to start getting into with the main thing. But
Yeah.
because of this resurrection, I'm feeling very hopeful.
God, me too. I just haven't felt this way about our beloved game in so long. The happiness I feel is unnatural.
The best
Yeah.
surprise ever. But how did it get to be you?
I'll give my perspective. I don't know like how that worked out in my favor, but I made a TikTok actually being like, well, because people are like, you should go on The Bachelorette. Obviously my relationship was not, it didn't work out or it wasn't working out, and people could see that and like, you should just, go on The Bachelorette. I used to see like little side comments, so I made a funny video. And this was actually 3 years prior. I made the same video, but I was like, hey, I'm single. I think I'm looking for someone. That's what the TikTok's saying. I hope someone will take me, I'm on probation. I'm also this, and all these things align that actually
Jesus
have
Christ.
been. It's like a Lindsay Lohan TikTok.
I've seen it.
So, and then I literally was like, this is funny, Bachelorette, send it off. And then once I did, like, people started tagging like the Bachelorette, like, you should. And then I don't know if that got their attention or someone was like, yeah, maybe. And then it was a joke to me, like unattainable.
Right.
I've
You're like, I'm never going to be the Bachelorette,
No.
but I'll make a fun TikTok.
Yeah. And then I think, I heard there was some talking, and then it was like we had a meeting, and then I still didn't believe it until like I got the invitation of, will you be our Bachelorette? And I was just like, same thing, shaking, pacing back and forth. I was like, there's no way.
When they offered it to you, did you have
So let's just go down that path of how this could have actually happened. They were 100% doing Bachelor season 30 up until maybe a month and a half ago, casting it, actively talking to guys from the player pool in what would have been this year's Bachelorette season that never got made. They were talking to multiple of those guys to be the Bachelor. Scott Teddy wanted to have somebody who was not ever seen on TV basically be the Bachelor. He wanted to go back to For the Right Reasons. This is not an influencer with a regular job, blah, 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 right? That's the path they were on up to like a month and a half ago.
Hard pivot.
Exactly. So somewhere in this mix, and I don't think this call comes from Scott Teddy. I think this is probably Rob Mills at ABC, who's the guy in charge of all their reality TV programming. It makes sense because obviously Mormon Wives is a ABC Hulu show as well. So it's kind of within the same family. But I think this decision had to, in my mind, the only way it happens is they have these guys they're looking at for Bachelor, and they're all just kind of like, yeah, I'm not excited about this. Somehow.
Do you think those guys will be her cast?
I mean, I'll know immediately if they are in the cast pool. We'll see. I don't know though. I think yes. I think some of them probably will be. And so
This is, oh God, this is just like something that, she made that TikTok because, I mean, she's younger even than I, and grew up with The Bachelor. That's why we're in the professional era of people who just
Yes.
like can't even consciously remember. Both her and Alex, I think, are super fans,
Yeah.
super Bachelor fans. And it's just so nice that this is happening and that it's like coming back around. And like, I know Alex Cooper like probably has some sort of deal with Hulu now. She's been making these cast announcements, but this is
she
so
has a
huge.
show on Hulu. Love Overboard.
Yeah.
Her first reality show is going to be on Hulu in 2026. And then the Who Wants to Marry Harry's on Netflix. Yeah, I just can't imagine like what the final decision was. It does come down to Rob Mills, I think. I don't know. This is just my own conjecture.
Yeah,
As
I'm
seeing
so
like
curious.
where the casting was and like where the timeline was and when it got fractured and all of that, I just don't think this is a Scott Teddy decision. But he will benefit from it because now I think you can do almost anything you want in this season and it won't matter. I think it's going to be a giant hit.
Yes. Like, this makes me so, it's why it's the resurrection. It's like, they will have the audience.
Yeah, it's going to be massive.
Have any hesitations?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Talk to me about those.
I did. I guess going in my head, I'm like, okay, how do I make this work? I'm a co-parent. I have 2 baby daddies, not one. So I'm dealing with 2 different people, right? My children, my home base is here. Can I travel that long? Can I be gone that long? But then I'm also thinking on the side, I'm like, I have the other 2 moms, you know, that are in my group are doing Dancing with the Stars and they brought their family out, but also they have their husbands with them. So for me, I'm like, is this possible for me to do, like, as a single
Yes.
mom? Can I make it work realistically no matter
mom.
how much I want this? And, you know, I was like, I can. If I want to, I can. You can do anything you want if you want. And it comes down to that. So I was just like, I will make it work. I have a team of people that I don't think I utilize. Like, you know, I can have them and, you know, help. I can ask for help more and I don't, you know, usually. But I came to a point where I cannot do all of this alone. So, you know, I hired on my family assistant, nanny, and I was just like, we're going to do it.
I mean, it is such a huge opportunity. And I also recognize that the double standards of being a woman and a mom versus being a man and versus being a father.
Yeah.
It's like the dads get to just go and everyone's like, oh, he's like thriving. And if a mom ends up doing something for herself, it's like there is a double standard of like, you're such a bad mom. How could you do this? So I do appreciate you sharing that. Like, there's like a lot of conversations that had to be had in order for you to think about taking this journey with yourself, because it also involves your family.
Yes.
What was your family's reaction when you told them?
Also, I think very, like, shocking. It took a minute for people to actually, like, is this an idea or are you getting it? It was the same thing. Like, and I think once we saw all the roses and whatnot, then it was like, oh.
The roses.
And they're all excited.
Yeah,
My
what
mom,
was this
obviously, my mom was
invitation
I think
like?
this is a great opportunity.
A
This is
card
something
with
so new
roses?
for me because obviously I got married young, divorced, and then the first guy I met was the next relationship.
I want to know how much they're paying her. This has like been something that
know.
has been keeping me up for the past 24 hours. She has a massive TikTok following. She's making fuckloads of money as an influencer.
Mm-hmm.
But like you're saying, she's also a Bachelor super fan. There's a non-zero chance she's doing this for like $100,000, like the standard fee.
No.
Yeah?
No, because
She understands the
I think
opportunity.
there's no.
This can double her
She
Instagram
understands
following.
the opportunity, but also it's the childcare thing. Like,
Sure.
it's good. There's such a big cost to doing it. She already, like, this becomes a plot line of some of the stars talking about how much money they're making, trying to make more money. And she basically said, I shouldn't be making more than the other people, even though she's like a bigger star than them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So she's probably like, fuck it, I'm a Bachelorette. I will honor the rich tradition of wearing the crown by accepting whatever the fee is. Because she also understands it's not like the fee is immaterial to somebody who has this many TikTok followers. She can make $100,000 in like a week of TikTok SpawnCon. So,
but like Emily Maynard made $100,000. She's got to be making more than Emily Maynard. It's been like 30 years.
Talk to the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. You know, like I don't know what to tell you.
No.
Huh?
I'm just saying, I think they're paying her more than that.
They might be. Maybe we'll get into that.
I'm gonna guess
curious.
250.
Okay, maybe 250. I think that's the highest salary paid to a lead, and I don't remember who made that. Somebody got something like that though.
Relationship.
Jesse?
So I have not done the whole
Jesse.
meeting new people.
Who's Jesse?
Dark Lord Palmer.
You think they paid him $250,000 in 2007 or whatever the fuck when he was the
I
Bachelor?
don't know. I'm like, who's the most famous person they've had be the lead?
I mean, in terms of like outward fame, it was probably O'Connell, season 7. But
yeah.
Charlie O'Connell, Jerry O'Connell's brother, famous by
He probably got
association.
paid in moving the production.
Beer nuts, yeah. I don't know.
Beer nuts.
It was someone recent, and I can't remember who, but I think they went on Tardic's podcast and talked about it. Anyway.
People out the same, like, dating at the same time. I don't know. You know how the Bachelor works. You're dating, right? Like several people. And so I've
Oh
never
my
done
God.
that. So that will be new to me.
You've never had a roster.
No.
You're gonna have the biggest roster.
No.
Is it registering to you yet?
No, how do people do it? That's what I've been asking. Like, because I've been asking guys, like, how do you guys do it? I know you guys like date girls, and I've had flings, sure, when I was younger, but I'm like, this is like different. Like, do you not feel bad? Like, that's gonna be really hard for me. Like, make hurt people's feelings. Like, what if?
Can I also ask? She's Mormon, right? In quotes.
Mormon. Yeah.
Yeah. None of these people that are on the reality show are actually Mormon, right?
They're like,
Jack Mormon, I think it's
they are different layers of Mormonism. Like at least she was drinking.
called.
Some of them don't drink. Some of them skirt the rules by, like, you're not supposed to drink coffee. So one of them does coffee enemas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't
you
wait
do
to
like two
watch
people.
it with you.
It's going to be fascinating to watch. And I
It's
think
absolutely
something that we're
unhinged
all
for, like,
very
mostly
excited
sober
about
people.
What's that?
It's absolutely unhinged for like a group of mostly sober people.
Yeah.
is you are the first Bachelorette in the history of the entire franchise to be coming from not the franchise. Like, you have not been a part of this. You're coming in fresh. You have no experience with this format. Like, what do you think is going to be the biggest adjustment for you?
All of it? Clearly. Okay. I'll be honest. I've seen the show. I've seen some, I know the Hannah Brown and like Colton. I've seen more of, like, I would say the more recent years, but I am not a reality TV girl. So I don't watch reality TV. So when people are talking about all the huge stars that people know, you probably know all of them, and I'm like,
It's new to
I don't know
you.
who that is. Like, sometimes I'm on a billboard and I don't know who I'm next to, besides like Kardashian, which I haven't watched reality TV. So it's not like anything against them. I like to leave my reality. My life's kind of crazy, so I like to watch the scripted of where I can like leave, where I live reality TV, right? Like, that's my life. Cameras are not, is chaos, as you guys, some people have seen.
Yeah, we've all seen it. But I also think something that I think is exciting, and when you're saying that, is that exact fact that you aren't familiar completely with the format. And I think what I'm excited for you and ABC to do is, like, let's lean into that, right? Like, let's see these moments where previously people will be like, well, I was a contestant and I know how to act on a group date, and now when I'm the Bachelorette or the Bachelor, I know how those things go. You're gonna be like, I have no idea what's going on, and I'm just gonna go by what I feel, which I think is another part that's gonna really excite people and make the viewing experience different.
Yeah. Like, I don't have notes of like how this works or what, because my friends have seen it. We were practicing a rose ceremony and they're all there with,
Oh my
they're
God.
pretending to be the men. And I'm like, okay, William, I was literally practicing and I was giving us, she's like, no, you don't do that before, you like do that after. And so I was like, okay. And like,
You're gonna be like, what's your name over there with the black shirt? Yeah, you get a rose.
I'm like, you with the blue eyes.
Get over here.
I'm like, is there a name in here? Like, I don't know. That's the thing, is I don't know. And I know like some, but not to the extent of like my friends. Like, they knew what they were doing. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna ruin it. Like,
You're not gonna ruin it. You're gonna make it your own. And I think that's why this season, like, the world is about to freak out when they find out that you are officially the Bachelorette. I do have to ask, because obviously people are obsessed with the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Can we confirm you are still going to be on that show?
yes.
We're doing both.
Yeah.
Your
Man.
fame has been such a topic of conversation with the other women on Mom Talk throughout.
I mean, she's going to be the face of ABC for this entire year. For 2026, it will be her. I would wager she was probably going to wind up on Dancing with the Stars as well.
I know. I'm like, oh, I guess one of the more Mormon girls, I think, did Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah. This is just uncharted territory. God damn.
This entire ride.
I feel like I'm living a fever dream right now.
Yeah, it's wild.
Even the way she's just like, I don't know what I'm doing. And it's like,
Yes, she does.
no, you know what you're doing.
She's doing it right now.
She knows what she's doing in every scene of the show that she's in. She's always commanding. I really hope she brings her mom too, because her mom is so chaotic.
It's a very Hannah Brown had that quality too of like, I don't know,
Yeah.
I'm just out here doing my life.
Yeah,
and I don't know.
so gay.
Taylor Swift has that, the faking of like, I can't believe all these people are here to see me. She was in that
I'm
era for a long time.
adorkable.
Yes, and it's all a put on. God, she's gonna fucking destroy this. I cannot wait for this season.
How do you
And that
think
the
being
winner
the
is going to be
Bachelorette?
on Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Oh,
You think she's gonna have a winner?
can't.
She ain't picking nobody.
You think she's not going to pick somebody?
That's what I think.
Don't say that. She
Okay.
will.
Will
I can't
impact those
stand
friends.
her like second baby daddy who's on the show,
Okay,
Dakota.
that's the DV one, right?
Mm-hmm.
chips.
I would think. Sorry, just think about CMA, but like,
You're like, you were gonna go for a PR answer, like I think they'll be happy for me, and then I'm like, bitch. hold on.
no. Okay, learning lesson for
Oh
all
my
of
God,
us.
the
I will
CMA
say,
thing.
including
Pause.
myself, in that moment, I was.
The CMA thing is, she was like presenting something at the CMA. She posted a picture of her at it, like so excited, and then none of the other wives commented or commented on it.
Mhm.
And this became, and she went after them. She tore them a new one and was like, no one supported me on this post. And it
Oh
had
my
only been
God.
like 24 hours. Yeah, it became a plot line, multiple episodes.
That they didn't comment or
eventually
like her pose?
Yeah,
Holy shit. Okay.
she eventually
a little-
apologized.
Like, are they going to take her phone away? Do you think they gave her special privileges?
I hope she keeps it.
That'd be amazing.
A little upset within the 24 hours. We've already discussed that. Okay, enough. But
I don't know if she knows enough to
I
ask
think
for that.
most of them are going to be happy for me and support me. I can't speak for everyone
only
and what they
good for their
actually truly think.
show.
You know, you never really
agree.
know. But I think we're all kind of doing our own things. And so that's nice that everyone's getting their own shots. And so then you could be like more of like, it's not just about her. And so I love that 2 of our girls Dancing with the Stars. I'm so excited. I want to be at their first show. I've been so like, I wanted that for them because they wanted it most so much. And I like when they both got it, it was amazing. And then obviously you have Macy with her book tour coming up and she's going to be doing that. And probably other things that are in the works that I might not even know about.
Wait, so have you
So-
told them that this is happening?
Yes.
All of them.
I think, yeah, most of them. Yeah, I think almost all of them know. Yeah, all of them know.
And did anyone give you a not so positive response?
No,
All positive.
all positive. They're like, everyone was like, this is exactly like what you need. And
What you need, it's going to make Secret Lives of Mormon Wives even bigger.
Yes.
It's going to double the audience of both shows, minimum. Of course they're happy. Oh,
The Mormons are taking
yeah,
over.
go do this. We'll all make more money.
and I think it's
A
more
soda,
so like,
a sober soda shop opened near Minneapolis because of this show. There's not even like a Mormon population.
out of the cycle
Yeah.
you've been in.
Do you want to become Mormon? I'll do it.
Apparently, they're the richest religion
Yeah.
in terms of liquid assets.
Like, obviously, I've been kind of repeating the same
I didn't
things, and it's
know.
just like, it's uncomfortable, it's unknown. But do it, you know.
So you don't think anyone's going to be having side group chats about this?
I mean, I won't. I can't say, but I don't know. I don't know. I guess we'll see on whatever season we'll be on. You know, like I don't know.
Fair. I can't believe I finally get to say this. Call Her Daddy is brought to you, and you feel like you truly feel in hot what to make night
Damn, that's a long ass commercial.
on flavor and more time. Stofers, I love you. Okay,
Yeah,
we need to
Stouffer's
talk
got their
about some
money's worth.
pictures that you
Yeah.
recently posted of a man
Oh,
with a
hi.
guitar.
Okay.
The internet was absolutely freaking out when
Mhm.
you they thought soft launched
Sure.
this
yeah.
relationship with this man. What is going on, Taylor?
Okay, so here's the thing: it's me. I do curveballs all the freaking time of being like, "What? Huh?" And I know that's people's reaction. That's the freaking point. And it wasn't a soft launch, whatever. I've met the guy twice, and so it was funny.
That guy will be
ABC
on
is
her
literally
season
like
for sure.
code red, code
She
red. What is she
is.
doing? They're probably like, wait, what's
No,
going
they
on?
did. Right? They're
She's a
like, wait. So
prankster.
like, what's? I'm like, guys, it's okay. Like I do this all the time.
We're like, shit.
I like to know. I like to just like what's going on. Like I'd like to confuse people. It's fun and
Stir the
it's
pot.
entertaining. I don't know. So I guess I
Chaos
didn't really think that
queen.
one too much through because I'm like, but
Doesn't think
and then
any
I
of them
it
through.
said and I was like, okay, I can understand how this looks. But to be honest, I'm gonna be honest. I've met him twice. Likable guy. He's great. Are we official? No, I don't know the guy, right? Or is it a relationship? Nothing along the lines of like people soft launch. Like how I don't know him, you know?
So why did we post a photo of him?
Well, I see it wasn't real. You didn't know who it was, really? So like, what's
you
going
know
on?
the internet though. They like sleuthed so hard. I think they found him.
I didn't know it would be like FBI work like that. I was like, oh shit, okay. But it doesn't matter. It's the same story. Like he's a great guy. He's nice. He's like respectful. And I wanted to date a little bit before, and that's the point. Is like I haven't dated. Like I need to get back into it, and don't people date before they go on a dating show? That's the point.
Yeah.
And
so you
all
guys
it's
just
been.
had like maybe a summer fling situation.
Not even. No, it's so. I don't think people know how like recent this is.
Okay,
Like,
wait. Where do things stand between you guys? Does he know you're going on the
yes.
Bachelorette?
Okay. So he's not from Utah. He's from a different state. And so I was like, hey, I don't know you. You don't know me. We seem like we'd vibe. Come visit.
Wait, how did you meet him?
Okay. At TikTok Live, he was singing and playing guitar. And
Oh my
he
God.
doesn't normally, I don't think it was like new to him too. So I was like, dude, this guy's got a voice. And I've never watched.
She just fucking picked up some dude off of a TikTok live.
Matched them.
God.
Matched them up.
Holy shit. Okay, but now we're also getting that she likes country singer type guy. I assume this is like a country singer type guy. Are we going to get a Jed Wyatt on her season? That's
The
making
only
up songs
thing
for her
that I
shit.
have seen is that she likes horrible men, and that's with a sample size of 1.
Okay.
So I don't
sat
know.
and watched the TikTok Live, really. Nor do I write on them. Okay, so I was the one who was like, you have a really good voice. Can you play this song? And he's like, oh, hey, Taylor. Okay, get this. This is actually a fun story right here. So you can't go in, when you're on a live, you can't look at people's like who they are technically. You can see the name. So I was like, that's a good song, blah, blah. He's like, hey, Taylor, like, where are you from? And I was like, Utah, Mormon state, blah, 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 like teasing. And he's like, oh, yeah, my ex-girlfriend used to watch that Mormon wife or the Mormon wife show. And I was like, oh, I made an appearance in it one time. And he was like, no way, you did? And so I was like literally just like teasing him.
He didn't even know
he ended
who
up looking
she
me
was.
up after the fact and probably was like, oh,
Like,
she's
you're
like totally
Natalie
bullshitting me.
Yeah.
He was like, what the fuck?
Oh my God. So he flew out. You guys hung out twice.
Yeah, it's only been twice.
Okay. How would you feel if he showed up though on this season?
Okay, going back to your original question, like I did tell him, I was
He's
like, when he got here, I was like, oh, by the way, I'm doing the Bachelorette. And he was just like, oh, like that's like there's no feelings there. So it's like, cool. And then he, obviously he was like, oh, I was like, would you ever do it? The next time he came, I was like, would you ever do that? Come on in. And he's like, I don't really want to date on like reality TV. Like he's just like a good soul. And for me, all my friends were like, green flag, green flag. The fact that he didn't hop onto that.
Right. That he
was
wasn't
like-
like, ooh, sign me up. Tell the producers to put me on.
Yeah, it was like, he's like, go do your thing. If you meet someone, we weren't meant to be. And if not, like, maybe I'll be here. And I'm like, oh, you're like mature.
Okay. I can't help but be like,
So she is going into the season with a guy waiting for her?
Uh-huh.
This
She's
is
got a
fucking
backup
crazy.
plan.
I can't believe. I mean, that transgression is basically a fireable
Cat Izzo.
offense in
Yeah.
the 4TRRness of Bachelor Nation. But we did see
Yeah.
in this past season of BIP, there were some credible 4TRR attacks that just got dismissed, thrown by the wayside. Like Jeremy, saying that he would go with Susie. That if she came back, I called her, I would marry her, all this shit. Brian makes that accusation against him in a group setting, and everybody's like, fuck you, Brian. So that didn't work. Maybe we're in a new era where like 4TR is meaningless. The lie of it is just meaningless.
I mean, there's like TFP does so many wild things, and like part of the way she gets away with it is this like brutal honesty.
Mm-hmm.
Like people aren't going to discover that she has a guy waiting. She's just going to say it on Call Her Daddy.
Right. That's interesting. Yeah. I mean, so she's going in kind of front loading. I am not for the right reasons. Enjoy the season.
It's just a backup plan.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. A backup plan even is very for the wrong reasons. In prior Bachelor, you have to, especially as a lead, you have to be almost puritanical in your adherence to the premise of the process. I am here only for love. I am putting all of my emotion into this. There is nothing else outside of this for me.
Loose ends.
Yeah, it's just this process. Here, before they even started shooting, she's like, yeah, I am kind of seeing this guy, and if Bachelor doesn't work out, I'll go back to him. Wait, what? That's fucking insane.
Why do I want him to like come halfway through and crash the season and show up?
Okay, so I did have that thought. I was like, okay, so he has all these like these high, so at least I know that there's a good guy there, and it's like maybe I do meet someone and that wasn't meant to be, but like let's just say I don't like anyone, because I asked that. I was like, well, what if I don't find someone? Like, how does this work? Like, do I like, well, if you don't find someone, you don't find someone. That's that. And so if let's say we're down the line, I'm like still not feeling it, then I was like, would you be open to it? And he's like, if it's at the very end and you still had your mind on it, then yeah, I'd be open to it.
I think though what's exciting.
That can't work. He cannot come in the very end.
He's gonna come on the show.
Not in the very end. Your furthest you can go. I think we saw the greatest player in the history of the game do it. Nick Vial.
Oh.
Huh? Nick Vial came in Caitlin Bristow's season 11 of Bachelorette. I believe it was in episode 4. We had already seen.
And got the ring.
What's that?
Blake crashed and got the ring, though.
I understand. But he crashed a little earlier, I believe, than episode 4, didn't he?
I don't know.
Am I right? Am I wrong? I don't remember. But I think Vial did it the latest in a season that we've seen successfully. Heather Martin obviously tried to do it in season 25. That didn't work out well. She got a free pizza box spinning on her head shot for her troubles. I don't think you can crash late in the season, like she's saying, because narratively, as a fourth audience, us, we need to see this person. We need to see how they interact with the other people. I want to see that scene of all the other guys being like, what the fuck, bro? We've been here since the beginning. Now this guy gets to come in.
I feel like we are going to see that.
But not if it's late in the season. As she's saying, she's like, if it gets to a point where I'm not feeling it in the guys, then I'll bring him in and he'll basically just win the season. Like, we can't have that, in my opinion.
I'm sure the producers are going to try to get this person in as early as possible.
That
Probably not on night 1, but
that guy is already living in the mansion. Guaranteed.
Exciting for you, Taylor, is like you just said, because I've been there. When you have only had like 2 serious relationships, truly, and you get out and you have the mindset like, I'm about to start dating, at first it's terrifying because understandably we're all our own worst enemy and we're like, oh my God, I'm gonna be so awkward, and like, how do I like flirt and how do I be cool and whatever. But then when you start to find your groove, it's like fun and you actually enjoy yourself. And then you start to be like, wow, I have these options and I can, do whatever I want to do. And so as much as it's exciting with him, I love that you were like, I just realized there's a nice guy out there that has like green flags. What a concept. And I have a feeling that when you get to the mansion, you're going to find a lot of those and you're going to be like, wait a second, this is.
By the way, let's not forget the mansion ain't gonna look quite the same. Right now, as we record this, they are shooting that Bachelor Mansion renovation show with a bunch of different Bachelor players there. It's kind of a competition show. They're remodeling the Bachelor Mansion or whatever. All of those players are shooting that show literally this week right now. So they're going to start shooting her season in about 2 or 3 weeks. Those renovations, I guess, will be complete per the show they're shooting for, I think it's HGTV. I forget what it's going to be on Discovery. I don't know. But just keep that in mind. The mansion is going to look a little different.
Is what it's supposed to
they
feel
put a
like.
playground
I
for
should
her
be.
kids,
Yeah.
like they did with Mesney.
They make a second hot tub for her children by the pool.
Recorded. I
Baby
should be
hot
treated
tub.
well. I should have all these great experiences, and I'm excited for you to experience that.
Yeah.
So yes, we like him, but I think it's going to be exciting to also see how many other guys you end up liking.
Yes, and I also,
You know what I mean?
yeah, and another guy, I was like asking for advice from him. He's just like, you don't have to be so quick to close. Like, it's like there's like this timeline, like, because he was gonna take me out on a date with, and I met Dakota, and then he was gonna take me on a date now, and then he thought like, are you dating people? Like, he's like, why is it so fast on the closing? And I'm like, that's a good question. He's like, ask yourself that, and make
Because
them
she
work
gets
for it.
pregnant
Like, make
with
them work for it.
both of them.
Like, show them. And if they like you and you're dating other people, then they're gonna step up their game. Really.
You just mentioned Dakota. Let's talk about your ex, Dakota. You're like, did I say that?
It was eventually gonna come up. Let's be honest.
A huge storyline of Secret Lives was your relationship with your ex, Dakota, this past season.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming going on The Bachelorette means that you two are done for good.
Yeah. Yes.
It's over.
It's over. And we'll see that play out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who made the final call to end it?
I did.
So you officially think it's over with him?
I don't think. I know.
Okay.
Yes.
She's
When
ended
was
it
the
a
last
million
time
times.
that you guys hooked up?
Let me.
This is deceit. Whatever she's about to say here is not true. That's an immediate answerable question. And instead it's a, let me think. Whatever she's about to say here is 100% a lie. 100%.
Think on that one, actually.
You're like, Alex.
It's like sweating in here. Like,
You're like, is this Color Daddy? Where am I? What's happening?
no, I can't remember at the top of my head, to be honest.
Stagecoach?
Oh, yeah, that might have been maybe one after.
Maybe one or two. Okay, maybe a couple after.
Yeah, okay. Again,
That means like yesterday, effectively, right? Isn't that? It means it's still happening. She's going to hook up with him after this recording of this podcast.
She has said it's over for forever
Yeah.
a million times.
Right.
And then they hook up literally like that night. So who fucking knows? I love that Stagecoach is still having such a big presence in this and that's where Kat Izzo decided to go to VIP.
Yeah. Stagecoach is a magical place for all of this.
it's been very confusing, if I'm being honest, and I did want to end up with him. That was no secret to anybody. It still isn't. It wasn't a secret, and I'll always admit that to whoever asked me, did I love him? Absolutely. I had a baby with him. I wanted to be with him, but it just did not work out. There were certain things that were forever closing for me. And again, everyone will see that. And I can't speak on that yet, but it closed the book for me. But
so.
It was really hard to let go. That was a hard pill to swallow, that I can't be with you now. And like, there was no pain like it. I will say that was one of the hardest, this last summer was one of the hardest summers I ever had, because I was like, oh my gosh, Taylor, you have to accept that.
It's interesting though, because it's like, so they're going to play out that storyline of her breaking up with him for good in season 3.
Which will come out
After Bachelorette?
No, I think before.
When's it coming out?
I want to
This year?
say November.
Oh, really? Wow.
Wait, I don't know though.
I don't
I
either.
don't know. Where's my...
It's a weird thing to have them in the other spot, but I don't know.
You're not ending up with him. And to walk away from someone you initially wanted is a pain that I can't describe to anybody unless if someone's done it. So it was hard to let go fully, and it's like but did you hook up and this and that? And it's like, yes, I loved him. Like I wanted to be with, I won't be with him, but that was a hard one I had to let go, and it was hard.
Dude, I think it's so hard, and I think a lot of us have been in those type of relationships where it ends so poorly, but then there's still a part of you when you were the one that was like hurt and done wrong, where you're like, I want to still like have a couple last moments with you, because like, fuck, I wish this didn't end the way that it did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like it's hard to let go. Like it is like I wanted this, like, and it's not that easy to be like, okay, F you. Yes, you do say that, but like it still was not easy, and I did have those those setbacks, and I won't lie about them. Like I had them.
And I love that you're being honest though, because girls watching and
Hulu has confirmed that all 10 episodes of The Secret Lives season 3 will be on Hulu November 13th.
Oh, shit. So they're going to play that out, and then Bachelorette's going to come out in January sometime, I would guess. Brilliant. So she now is dominating. She is the face of ABC and Hulu from November until probably the middle of next year, and maybe beyond. Who knows? Is she going to get a televised $1 million wedding like the Tristan and Ryan Sutter?
Yes.
Listening, like we've all been there where you're like, okay, how am I going to tell my friends that we were just together last night? And you're like sitting there in the morning being like, okay, I'm just going to tell them. I'm just going to tell them. And we've all been there. So you almost can't judge yourself because that just means like you still need a little bit more closure, and that's okay. And a lot of times I actually really believe it takes finding someone new.
Yes.
Because when you're just still in that rhythm, it's so hard to be like, okay, so now I'm just going to go sit in my room and stare at the ceiling.
Literally.
If you don't have a guy taking you on a date that you actually like.
Yeah. I now
then it's hard.
understand that because my friends were like, you just need to like get under someone else. And I'm like, maybe not. Like, I was like, I don't want to go that route this time. Like, I don't want to do that. And I didn't, to an extent of that wasn't my intention, but to have maybe a new crush that, you know, distracts you, or there are other guys out in the world. You have to remember that because you hone in, you're like, no one else. But there is.
And you did that and you were like, wait, green flags? I'm having a great time.
Yeah, I'm like,
I
oh
like
my
this
gosh.
guy.
Yes.
Okay, wait, have you told Dakota that you're going to be the Bachelorette?
I have not confirmed it with him. So I don't know if he knows or if he's...
I don't know if he knows. She's on the biggest podcast in the world for an hour talking
Also-
about
Like, did that not come up in arranging custody of the child for filming?
He knows. I'm just going to say it. He knows now.
I have the opportunity. I haven't taken it. He doesn't know as of...
Insane.
So he might know... When does this come out?
Wednesday.
Yeah, so he'll know Wednesday.
How do you think he'll react?
I think probably sad. If anything he says is real, I would say sad. He does know that I was dating and you know, meeting people, so that we've already had that that first hurt, I guess. I think that's the hardest part is you see their first dating or hookup or whatever it is, that's gonna always like take a toll no matter what. And I can even say that with my ex-husband, right? It was always the first are just like, whoa, you know?
But this is like official. Like you're moving on.
Yeah.
Do you think he'll watch?
Yes. I think he's always watching as of now. And maybe it takes him to like
Jesus.
someone new and focus on her, and then maybe it'll be different.
That's a Colton Underwood reference.
He's always
watching.
I can't say. But
Okay, well now that you will be announced, they can finally start casting the men for your season. I want to walk through what your dream man is today, okay?
okay.
We're going to start with age. What is an ideal age range for you?
I think I would 30s, early 40s, youngest is the late 20s, but I think preferably 30s.
How much younger would you go, you think?
27, 28, the
Lowest.
Yeah.
And what is the
Youngest.
highest you would go?
We'll see.
Probably 42, 43. So that's about a 10-year difference.
Yeah. Does he have to be willing to move to Utah?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. I mean, I'm sorry if that is a make or break for them, but yeah, I am in Utah and I have 2 baby daddies. I'm going nowhere. So you will be moving to me in Utah. So if you like me enough, you will be moving.
Type.
You will be moving.
Hey, Utah's pretty cool. Utah's not that bad.
What is an ideal career for him?
Like what?
Yeah, like what do you want him to do?
Oh, see, that
Something that can
Instagram boyfriend. Yeah, she's like, I don't give a fuck. I have
Yeah.
so much money.
doesn't
Play the
matter.
guitar for
Doesn't
me.
matter. Obviously, I want him to be like hardworking, motivated. Like I'd prefer that. I don't, want just someone that's not, right? Because you're also like I have 3 kids, and I don't want to be mom and dad. Like that's what I am now, and it's really hard. And yes, they have their dads, but I'm speaking in my own home, right? Like I'm doing a lot of things besides my support of my family. But at nights, it's me. I have to wait till they go to bed to have a shower. Like things you typically can do, I can't do until I have a helping hand. So, yeah, I just want them to be like willing.
Would you be down for like an influencer, social media creator type person?
I would. I'd be open to it. Preferably not, but I would be open to it.
Would you be okay if you remain the breadwinner?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, what does his ideal
I mean, any potential guys who are about to go on the season sounds like a good situation. All you got to do is move to Utah, take care of a couple kids, and that's it.
Stay at home, dad.
Sounds pretty good.
date night look like? Like, what are you hoping he's doing on a date night for you?
See, that switches up because I do love, obviously, if you were to surprise me with a cute, like, let's say out fun activity date, that's awesome. But to be honest, like I also love a really chill date. So if we were just to go grab freaking fast food somewhere, put on our Crocs and sweats and go and get to know each other and just talk for hours and hours, I love that because you're getting to know them. I don't really want to jump into, I've done the whole jumping into like either if you're just like hooking up, and I always regret that because it's like I just gave you a really special thing, you know, and that I like to lead up to that. I want to do that. And then also I love communicating and talking, not just like you can go distract yourself with the games, the arcades, jet skiing, whatever it is. Sure, those are fun and I want to do those, but I want to get to know you.
I'm excited though. You saying
I've been on exactly 0 jet skiing dates and 0 arcade dates. Have you been on either of these dates?
No.
And that because I think that will play really well into the Bachelorette, because although the format is so beautiful and romantic and you're doing these incredible extravagant trips, when it comes down to it, the way that you actually find your people by the end is by having very intimate conversations.
Yeah.
Although you'll
What? The people who make it to the end of Bachelor have spent a total, mathematically, of about 20 to 24 hours with the lead. But that's when you're accepting a proposal. You have literally spent about a day's worth of time with these people over the course of a 2-month period. And that time is extremely regimented by the producers. You will go sit in this location and have this conversation now. You will go do it with this person now. And now we're sending in a person to do a steal to take you out of that intimate conversation that you were having that was just building up steam so that we can fuck you up. She's talking about how she likes to just talk to people for hours and hours and hours. That will never happen in The Bachelor. You will never have that opportunity.
You get a few hours off camera fantasy suites.
A few.
Good luck.
Yeah. This is going to be a disaster. I can't wait.
You'll be like on a fucking Ferris wheel or some shit in the middle of.
I was literally on a Ferris wheel at the OC County Fair not that long ago. That'll be coming.
Did you have intimate conversations?
I did, about how fucking hot it was. Trapped in this plexiglass box with the Southern California 100-degree sun just baking us alive. But in one of the Ferris wheel carts immediately across from me that I could see was a certain Mel Owens on a one-on-one date.
France, you're gonna be like, okay, wait, no, but tell me about your life.
Literally. And I'll be asking details that they don't like to. I make them very uncomfortable, I've learned. And I ask the nitty gritty. I'm like, so, your last girlfriend, like, why did that end? And what, like, what's the last position? Like, what, like, I literally like to, it's weird. Like,
Last position?
The last position.
Is she talking about sexual positions?
I don't know.
it's not even, you can call it, I just like to
last
know, and I'm
position you
teasing to
did.
that extent, right? If I'm knowing,
No.
I'm like,
Girl, are you kidding me? Literally, when I met my husband, I was like, let's talk about every single girl you've ever dated in your life. He was like, you're insane. I was like, I know. No, but actually tell me.
Yeah, no, seriously. I like to know like the background of you, and not even just girls, but your family. Like even church will be a fun one to like learn about new churches, because I'm open to any religion. Like,
Okay,
What?
wait.
She's not Mormon at all.
I mean, she's been basically kicked out, I'm pretty sure. I don't know.
If she's open to, is she saying she's open to becoming any religion?
I don't know.
So confirming, does he need to be Mormon?
no.
Have you told your family that?
Yes, I preferably not.
Okay.
I mean, I'd be open to Mormons. I'm obviously, because I'm Mormon,
There
but
will be
like,
Mormons.
Of course.
he doesn't have to be.
Okay, it's night one. He's walking out of the limo. What do you want him to be wearing, ideally?
Full suit of knight armor, chicken suit, skunk costume, pizza delivery outfit, full Mormon underwear,
Yeah, the garments.
the magic garments.
They like talk about the garments in one of the recent episodes, and they're like, we don't wear the garments as much as we should. And it's like, you all are never wearing garments. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. This will be an interesting thing. Let's see. I think she's going to say, just a nice suit, tailored well, looks good, makes him look tall.
Don't they all kind of have to wear tux?
Well, I feel like as the night progressively goes on, some of them are showing up in like swim trunks. And like, it gets a little crazy.
She doesn't know about trick or treats. She doesn't know about tots.
Now I'm getting nervous for her.
Me
She doesn't know what
too.
she's getting into.
I mean, we're for sure going to get a lot of squat crying, a lot of breakdowns, threats to leave the show from her. I'm getting that vibe.
Want him in a
I mean, if
Oh,
they film a
that,
whole
or I would-
season, I will be shocked.
No, but she's a reality TV star. She knows she's got to do a whole season, and she's going to give us the juice. I have that feeling for sure. Like
She's going to give us the juice,
Yeah.
but will it go all the way to the end? I don't know.
I'd actually be fine with like jeans and a t-shirt.
You're like, wear your sweatpants and your Crocs.
I'd be like, hey, if they know me, if they've done studies on me, they know that they're like, I can show up in Crocs and she'll be
Watch
fine.
every man.
They're all going to be.
Hi. I ran a
wearing
study
Crocs.
on you in 2024, and she said if they've done studies on me.
And
Like
shows up in
Dakota.
fucking
He's always watching.
Exactly. I like a man who's always watching me.
Crocs. What is something at an entrance moment with a guy that would be an immediate no?
Ooh, that's a good one. I have not thought that far. An immediate no. Okay, honestly, this is a big ego, and you can tell that off energy. And so if someone's like, and I know they're trying to impress, there's a difference, I think, between impressing and you can just tell their ego. So if I feel like it's a really strong one, to me, it's going to be like, I think it's unattractive.
I completely agree. Okay, as I said, the
I
entrances
don't believe
progressively
that's true. Dakota has a huge ego.
Yeah, and it's like, how can she tell this again? And it's also like everybody who's coming on this show is coming on it to be famous.
Yeah.
Nobody goes on The Bachelor who does not have a pretty big ego, I feel like. I think there are some people who go on it leaning more toward, I hope this love thing works out, but all of them are going on it to be famous in one capacity or another. Social media, reality TV, whatever.
get more and more and more
Especially,
insane and like shit gets
TFP season.
Exactly.
really weird. How would you feel if a guy rolls up and performs a striptease?
I would actually probably low-key love it. It'd be entertaining. Like,
They're going to put her on the striptease group date. He doesn't need to do it out of the limo.
There
They're
was
gonna-
a whole Chippendales storyline.
Yeah, they'll
in the-
probably get
in the
Chippendales
show.
to show up. I mean, they did that. Hannah Brown had this exact date. They had judges, and all the guys had to come out and do their strip show. Remember? Luke Parker
God.
tears off his clothes. They're all in Speedos. John Paul Jones flips his wavy golden hair
Yeah.
and snaps his Speedo on his ass. She's going to get a reprisal of that date. I can almost guarantee it. It's kind of a mainstay
God.
in Bachelor tradition, making the guys become nude. Remember Claire Crawley's season 16, the nude
Yeah.
dodgeball date?
I'm now wondering, like, are they going to incorporate these, like, storyline things and, like, actually get Chippendales? Will they have any of the other wives in the show?
They already had Chippendales on, or was it Thunder Down Under? They had one of the big male strip show brands do Golden Bachelorette.
On Golden, they
Yeah.
did.
and like, it would probably, switch up the night.
Yes.
Because, you're probably doing some of the same, like, getting to know you, and then someone just comes and strips. I'm like, hell yeah, let's switch it up. Let's go. He'd probably get is it
A
everyone
rose.
gets a rose?
He'd get a rose.
Yeah, he's not going home night one.
Oh my god. Okay, I
But that
can't
doesn't
wait.
mean everyone comes stripping. Okay.
Everyone comes stripping.
In Crocs.
Yeah.
Just
Come out
Crocs.
sweats and Crocs, rip the sweats off, be in a Speedo, and then
Terrible
say,
sweats.
I did my study on you. You said this
Study.
guarantees me a rose. Now gimme it.
Oh my god.
Hey, I can only handle one of that.
One boy.
Yeah,
Okay, he comes in jeans, no shirt, on a horse, and then lassos you in.
definitely he's not going home night one either.
Dude, we're giving everyone the playbook. They're all gonna roll up. I'm obsessed.
I'm an open mind too.
I love it. You're also down to have fun, which I think is good.
Yeah.
Okay, last one. He pushes a stroller up the driveway, looks you in the eyes, and says he's ready to be a stepdaddy.
He might get that impression rose if the stroller wins.
He gets a first impression rose.
Okay, maybe not that far, but he's not going home night one either.
So he's
What
getting the
about a
rose.
stroller with three
okay.
puppies in it to represent her children?
Nice. Or an empty stroller. And I want to put a baby in this with you.
Ooh, baby number 4.
What she doesn't realize here is she doesn't
mini
choose the first impression rose. The producers do. we're in a new era with a new executive producer, Scott Teddy. Maybe that will change. But in almost every season, the lead is not choosing who they go on dates with, who gets the group date rose, who gets the one-on-one rose. All of that is selected by producers. Just to let you know.
Yeah, and I'm a little worried she doesn't know this. Like, I think she could ask to make all these decisions, but I don't know if she knows that it's not her decision.
Well, it is her decision. This is the big fallacy of it is, if you're a lead of The Bachelor, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
You can tell those producers to go fuck themselves. This is my show.
Fuck you, Chris Harrison.
And if you don't, if the producers don't abide, don't bend to your will, bye-bye. Good luck with your show. You don't have a lead now. Good luck. I hope ABC is okay with you turning in nothing for that 10-episode order. So she actually has supreme power. However, when you're in that situation and these producers, their job is essentially to lie to you that we are your friends. We have your best interest in mind. But what they're actually doing, their ulterior motive, is to make you have a nervous breakdown, to push you to the brink of psychological collapse. That's their job every season.
To make money.
Yes, exactly. And so they believe they know best about who should get what roses and who should go on what dates and who the rivalries should be, et cetera, et cetera. And basically the elimination order of every player in the season, except for the top 2 or 3. That's where the lead actually comes in and says, I like these 3. Let's make sure they stay. Great. Here's who we think you should kick off and in what order. And usually the lead doesn't give a shit because, again, you feel like the producers are your friends. They have your back. So, yeah, I'll do what they want. I don't care about these players. So if they want them kicked off in this order, fine. But I think she might have a little more reality TV acumen, having been the star of this other gigantic show. And it's more of like a Housewivesian kind of show where you do have more power over the narratives and what you're doing and shit. So hopefully she'll bring that and she'll fucking kick these producers in the ass a little bit and get them in line and make this her show. I'm hopeful that is what happens. I can't wait.
I'm so curious what is going to happen.
I agree.
People, like you had mentioned, you don't need the guy to be Mormon, which I think a lot of people were probably wondering, right? Because you're on a show called Secret Lives of Mormon Wives and you are Mormon.
Yeah.
But I think you have been criticized for not being Mormon enough because of the way that you live your life publicly. What is your take on that?
Live your life publicly. She's talking about having premarital sex. She's talking about dating guys who aren't Mormon. It's like, live your life. She's not adhering to any of the tenets of the religion. She's like, yeah, so what? I worship Satan. Does that make me a bad Mormon? Yes, it makes you not a Mormon.
So for me, I always say, I actually just had posted a TikTok and there was a comment saying like, hey, like you don't have to be in this cult religion to find happiness. Cause I'm in the video, I'm reading the Bible and it's the Bible, not the Book of Mormon is what I'm not reading in the video. So just make that clear. So to me, just to have those foundations, and I do preferably want someone that, does believe in God, right? Because when you're raising your children and it can get confusing when one doesn't and one does. And I do think about those things. And that's where also like I'll try to get to know them and where they stand on that. But I'm up for hearing their side of it because I have been also told, look, you believe so firmly in something and I can respect that. But there is also, I don't believe in it. And maybe you can respect that because we both don't have proof on it. And that's where faith comes in, right? I can't show you that it's real, but I can only believe. And that's faith. And then also there's a point that he can't prove that it isn't, right? And so I was like, that's a good take on it. Like, you're right. I can't prove anything, but I think the foundations of like even Christianity is kind of all like just like love, family, service, all the basics is what I really care about and how you treat other people. I don't really care what religion you are. How do you treat other people? That is what I look at.
Who did she vote for?
I don't want to know. Don't want to know, Clue. You're trying to ruin this for me.
Sorry.
As you're saying that, I'm curious, like, how has your family handled, obviously with the success of the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, the spotlight on you guys not being Mormon enough?
Really, I think for the most part, well, obviously I have the thick skin that I do because of them, because I don't think be here today with all of the criticism I've gotten, so they've made us very tough. And in a way of, yes, my mom was growing up very blunt and honest, and I think that's a good thing because I was able to take what I take on now today because I was always told the truth, even if it was the hard truth, right? And they were pretty laxed. I think they're very like, we just understand, like, people make mistakes, and yeah, people do all these things that Mormons say, oh, that's not how we live. That's not like, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Some of us do. It's just behind closed doors. You're not willing to show it. And that's why it broke the freaking internet, because a lot of us do those things, but it was very image based. Like, this is how we live. We do know wrong. Oh, yes, everyone does. Any religion. We all make mistakes. We're all freaking human. We're no better than anybody else, but it pissed people off because it's like, but that's not what we believe in. Okay. It doesn't matter if I drink. That doesn't make me a bad person. If I smoke, if I take a sip of coffee, all the freaking rules, it doesn't make me less of a person than you. And that was the point of it. And I still stand by that.
Call Her Daddy is brought to you by T-Mobile.
I agree.
It's a huge thing that they address in the show is like they're trying to make Mormonism more feminist and like women supporting women, even though.
But that's not Mormonism. Like, I get what she's saying, and I agree with her. Doing whatever doesn't make you a bad person or a less than person. It just means that you don't follow the rules of that religion, and therefore you're not actually of that religion.
They're saying there can be a modern Mormonism.
But that's a different religion. You know, that's like if they say, here's what you have to do to be a part of this religion, or the tenets you have to believe in, or whatever, and you don't, then you're not that, you know. Let's watch this T-Mobile commercial.
Mobile.
No coffee
Have-
enemas.
Over
Yeah.
dining.
Are we on one-time
Connectivity
speed?
thing off
Yes.
to a
Do you want me to
no.
speed it up?
Experience
Just a little
on the
couple
season.
tips?
Let's see.
A
Just 'cause
huge
we're
part
already
of
an
the
hour, 6
Bachelorette
minutes in.
is exploring your physical connection with the men on the season. How did growing
can't
up
see where I'm
in
at.
the church impact your relationship to how you felt about sex?
This is at
Very
1.2,
obviously
I
taboo.
think.
So if I'm doing it, I'm not talking about it. I'm not telling my parents. I'm not telling anybody. I was very, I don't want to say secretive, but I was very like, oh, like I felt shame, guilt. So it's going to be a secret. And that I think is where everything, the irony in that is where I'm like, when my shit came out, I was like, but why hide it? Because I'm already doing it. Like, so, oh, well, just freaking own it at this point. Like, so yeah, it's something, obviously we're taught, don't have sex until you're married. And I have I go back and forth with this too, people's opinions, because I see what they're saying. Obviously, it does prevent a lot of things of like pregnancies or STDs or just things that like it does affect you if you're having sex, right? Like, but at the same time, I hate that I felt like if I did do it, I wasn't married, that I'm this awful person and to sit in that shame. And I've also done that, like for an experience I have done that where I've cried after a lot, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I did something so bad, and like the guy was like really nice, and he was just like, but you didn't, you're not a bad person, and he was trying to convince me, and I'm like, but I am, and like it's just almost like you grow up with this this guilt of it, and I don't know if that's already just engraved in how we were raised, and that's no one to blame. I think we were like, obviously my parents, their parents taught them that, and so on and so forth. And within our church, I think a lot of LDS members could relate to that, like very taboo. And when that would come up, a lot of people are still uncomfortable, like it's sacred, and I do understand that too. It's personal, and some people maybe it should be personal too. Like, I think moving forward for me, I don't probably want to be talking about my sex life, to be honest. I've been there, I've done that, I've broadcast it to the world and in so many different ways. But I think moving forward for me and my peace, I think that's something I do want to be personal with my next person and maybe not talk so much on it. And maybe that's just something I've grown into,
So going on The Bachelorette, obviously the fantasy suites are this like huge conversation around each season. Because, we see you guys go on dates, we see everyone form these connections, but then when you're down to 3 people, the fantasy suites come into play.
Yeah.
Have you thought about how you are going to approach them?
I have, and I have it set down.
Oh my God.
But going prior to that, so I don't know if you watched the Kelsey season, they're Kelsey and Joey.
Oh, okay,
The
yeah, I watched
Kelsey
some of it.
season.
Okay, so in the fantasy suites, they never talked about it.
Looks like Kelsey.
I was thinking that too.
And I wanted to know because obviously he ended up picking Kelsey, but I'm like, but did he sleep with all of them? Did he sleep with 2 of them? Because you could tell he loves Kelsey. But for me, obviously, if someone had said they loved me and they slept with all of us, it would be a deal breaker for me. Like, it would be. So I was so curious. I'm like, wait, I need to know. Did they not? And they never spoke on it, which maybe out of respect, that's something he didn't want to share. And so I also respect that. I'm like, okay, maybe he just didn't want his sex life being broadcasted and him and his future potential wife, So I kind of respect that too. It was never said. So for me, I do know how I'm going to go into that, but I don't want to give that away yet, right?
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Kelsey's way.
Let's say that ended up
She's doing Kelsey's way.
Yeah.
happening. You had 2 connections, or 3, and it ended up getting physical, and then the men judged you for that. How would you handle that moment?
obviously I'd feel lots of guilt. I'd feel shitty. And yeah, how can you be telling these, like if there's one specifically, let's just say hypothetically, I'm telling one that I want him in my head, or I'm telling him maybe on there. And then I do that. To me, it's like, well, you didn't like me that much because you wouldn't have risked me. And so I've been on the other end of that, right? So for me, I would be like, yeah, I wasn't enough because you knew the risk of like, if you did do this, potentially you could lose me.
It's so hard though, because I agree with you. Because if I was in the position, I'd be like, wait, if I'm the front runner, how are you literally sleeping with this person? But what about me? I think where it becomes complicated. And
is that's what you signed up for?
A little bit. And I guess my question to you would be,
protocol.
and everyone's different, but I think a physical connection is so important in a relationship.
She's watched too. It would be funny if next she's like, look, I'm not going to shall cross it, okay?
Yeah, goes all the way back, pulls out some obscure shit. Listen, if I get a guy who has a laugh like Bob Guinea from season 4 of The Bachelor, and obviously he was a 6th place finisher in the first season of Bachelorette back in 2003. If I get somebody like
hook
that,
up with as many people as Bob.
yeah,
True.
And I think, which is going to be interesting to see with your season, is
she's like, if I have to do a mezzanine notch down to my second choice for husband, I mean, I also could kind of see a benefit in it. It's almost Leyendykean, as we saw in season 20.
We can sit here all day and strategize, and you can be like, Alex, I am going in, and I have a plan that if I know my front runner, maybe I will hook up with them, but no one else. And then how many seasons have we seen where they're literally standing with the producers in the back room being like, I'm going to lose my mind. I love them both. Like, I'm literally in love with 2 people. What do I do?
Yeah.
And if you're in that situation, Taylor, is it fucked up to be like, yeah, do you have to find out then what the physical connection is? Because what if you are not as physically attracted or compatible with someone?
Yeah, I know. And
I'm not saying this is going to happen, but do you know what I mean?
I feel that. And it's funny because my mom's back right here watching, because I've told her that. And I'm like, Mom, you have to test the car before. Like, how do you not know? And like, that's a huge thing in marriages. And if you don't connect, that could be a huge like issue down the road when you're married. Like, and I do think that. And so that's where it gets confusing for me, because I'm like, I understand the waiting game. But in that situation per se, 2, 3 people, for me, I would feel disrespectful doing it to 2 people. And that's not to say like, if there's another, person doing that, to each their own.
Yeah. I also think in previous seasons, the biggest note to anyone who has done that, it almost hasn't even been about them doing it and that's why people are mad. It's the lack of communication that comes with that, where it's like, be straightforward. Be like, I know this is the hardest thing to say. I'm very torn right now. And so like, I need to explore both 100%.
Hand job, 1 blow job, and now you, my wife.
Or you could go Ultimate Viking Clayton Eckerd route and do a rose ceremony from hell. I was intimate with all of you. Back in the day,
I'm in love with all of you.
I feel like it was just kind of a given that they all had sex.
I don't know.
Then Sean Lowe.
We don't have a lot of numbers on confirmations.
Yeah, you just have what they put in the edit. So you do get consummation confirmation, usually visually, of the hotel door sign being switched to do not disturb, the lights going out, moaning sounds being cut under whatever you're seeing.
Then in order to know at the end, and like, but people never fucking do that. But I get it, because it's so hard, because you're in the moment and then words get jumbled and you're like, okay, so you're gonna try to be straight up.
Yes, I think like you just said, be honest, because I think I can go back from my own experiences of like, the issue is what you didn't tell me. Like, I was blinded by it.
Yes.
That's where it hurts. It's like the betrayal of it. So I think if you're straight up, but I also do think in my mind, if I'm trying to think of the flip side, let's say I'm one of the runner-up girls, this is the Bachelor, he likes me, he's telling me this, and then he sleeps with all of us. To me, I'm like, but I wasn't your special one then. I'm not that special because you just risked me and you just lost me. So I do see that, and maybe that's the wrong mindset, like going into this, I don't know, but for me, like, I think if you're wanting one, and let's just say, yeah, you are in love with both, but I think there is one you like more than the other.
I agree with you. One has to be a front runner in your heart and in your soul, but I think it takes a lot to get to the point of how you know that person is the right one.
True.
Because sometimes you don't see people for a long time, or you have more dates with one. Like,
or in a best case scenario, again, you've got collectively 20-ish hours with this person and with another person. Like, that's enough time to be like, fuck, I really like this person, and maybe even lie to yourself, delude yourself that you're falling in love. But you can't, I think at that point, it's 100% likely that you could be equally emotionally invested in a person, because it's still like, in the real world, that's like 2nd or 3rd date territory, in terms of time spent with a person.
Yeah. Test the car first date.
I'm just saying, like, to say that when you get to the end, it'll be like clear cut, one versus the
and
other.
I'm like,
it's like, no
I think the
fucking way,
producers
Lily.
are gonna take this as a challenge.
Absolutely.
Like, we'll see.
Yeah, she's gonna fall in love with like 10 dudes this season for sure.
I hope
True.
so.
Girl, I'm stressed for you.
Okay, yeah. Honestly, I don't know.
You're like, I actually take back everything
Everything
I
I
said.
just said. Ow. No, the thing is, because I've never experienced it. So when you're saying, yeah, you could say this all day, but you've
know.
never done it. So how do you know? And you're right.
What would your reaction be if one of the guys that was a front runner said that he wanted to wait till marriage for sex?
That's hard. I would respect it because I'm like, oh, you're being respectful, but
You're like, my family would love you,
that gosh damn,
fuck,
that's a
funny.
hard one. Cause like you said, see, I think there's a difference between, but like I would be like, okay, if we were like the only ones and we were dating and we, we had time, but like to be married, I would probably say I want to date. I also, if there's an engagement, whatever it is, a process, I still am like taking my time with that too. So I'm not getting married like tomorrow. So how long are you willing to wait? And so that could be an issue down the road.
You, like we said, have been married, and you've talked about in the past that you kind of felt pressured at that point in your life to get married.
Mm-hmm.
The Bachelorette obviously ends an engagement.
Mm-hmm.
How are you feeling about that? Like, realistically, a man getting down on one knee after this, putting a ring on your finger. Tell me how you feel.
I mean, I feel like I am not one that's going to do it unless I feel that I'm ready for it. But let's just say I do find the man of my dreams and he's there and I fall in love. If we get engaged, I do want to take the time to be engaged and like still get to know him, because obviously it's no secret that this is a short-lived process. So I do want to take that time. Again, it's going to be
I'm gonna do what
my
they did in
third
Kelsey's
serious relationship.
season.
I have children. It is a lot
have
more
a bucket
serious rather than some like
Mhm.
I'm not a young girl just dating and like it's not going to be like that for me. It just isn't. And that's okay. But I would still want to get to know that person, and the engagement. Yeah, I obviously I can see it, because to me, if something were to come up that is alarming, you can break it off, but it's not a full-on marriage where you're going through divorce and whatnot. And then also there's that time to grow and get to know him, and then even it's even more beautiful because it's a story, and then you get married, so it can go both ways. But I'm a very honest person. I'm going to say it as it is, like, and I'm only going to do it if it's the right person.
What is something in the past that you thought you wanted in a partner romantically, and now you're like, I don't want that in a person anymore?
Okay, I've learned that I cannot do the life of the party guy. I can't do it. I can't do the class clown. And I'm attracted to that. Yes,
Bob Guinea.
I am. I'm like, oh yeah, because they're your vibe. They're like high energy.
Yeah,
Like I'm that way
Dakota's a
sometimes, but
heroin addict.
Oh, shit.
passive is what I've learned that I think is best for me. Like someone that is like personality, fun, but like do your thing. Do your thing.
She's looking for a Qui-Con player, quiet confidence. I'm curious if they'll find that.
Del Moss.
She needs a Mossian type. She needs a Nate.
Dale Moss.
What's that?
Cowboy. Dale Moss coming. Cowboy hat, vest, no shirt, on a horse,
Lasso her,
singing
pulling a stroller behind the horse, empty stroller.
with a stroller.
Full Crocs.
The horse is carrying a stroller.
Yeah, the horse is pushing him in a giant stroller.
I'm one that cannot be controlled. It actually makes me worse or told what to do. That is something that I don't. I'm all for like advice or like compromise that I can do, but when they're like, for me, I've learned I went from one extreme to the other of like, yes, very passive, kind of do your own thing, to one of very let's do everything together. And so when I found that, I was like, oh my gosh, I love this. He wants to do everything with me. And then it's like, oh, okay, like it becomes a lot. And then I think I need someone in that middle.
Yeah, it's almost like you can kind of use your past experiences to make sure you're shaping yourself around the right human being. Because again, when you've only had like 1 to 2 experiences, it is tough to be like, wait, what else is out there?
Yeah.
And you're going to have 20 plus men and you're going to be overwhelmed with the amount of different personalities. But the life of the party is so fucking real. It's so attractive in the moment.
It is.
And then after like the 5th party, you're like, okay, wait, I'm like over here. Like, hello, can you stop doing that?
Yeah.
I want to talk about your ex, Dakota, in terms of throughout that relationship, you were very vocal that you kind of always felt like something was off.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think you kept trying to convince yourself that you should stay?
Because I thought in my mind that it was me. A trauma. Like it was too much back to back. So I got divorced. I had it go public. I had a miscarriage. I had another miscarriage. So for me, it was a lot of like, my own decisions, and then some were not my own. Like obviously losing, having 2 miscarriages back to back was not my decision, right? Like, and then so that is postpartum. I'm in postpartum, and so I felt like you're right. I just have a lot going on. There's a lot of trauma here. I need to work through this. It was always like I believed that I'm feeling off because I'm scared. There's just so much back to back that I'm not in my right mind.
I believe her play of that PTC, personal tragedy card, is going to be probably frequent and very powerful.
The miscarriages?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and all this other stuff. Dakota was a heroin addict. Even the domestic violence arrests.
I'm curious if they're going to get to that. We have what? 20 minutes left?
Yeah, about 20.
What I felt like. And so for me, I was almost convinced like everything's okay. You're just scared because you've been through so much pain. And so I believed that. And so I'm like, you're right. Over time, I can heal this. We can do it. And it's great. And boy, was that a learning lesson. Like, and it's just like, I will never question that intuition ever again, because I'm glad I went through that. I realized how it's a gift. How spot on I am in not just that situation or that relationship, but in other circumstances. It has been spot on almost to the actual thing. And it's actually, I'm surprised with myself. I'm like, oh my gosh, like how did I know? Like so many things. And so for me, that voice is so there and loud now. And moving forward with someone else, I will know instantly. Like the fact that if I even have to question that, I know it's there.
Have your answer.
But that in itself, I get pissed because I'm like, Taylor, you knew, and you literally did not listen to yourself. You trusted someone else over your own gosh damn self. Like you literally, like I get resentful with myself. But I'm like, okay, I can't change it. We can't change the past. So I'm going to have to accept that happened. I'm going to have to accept that I ignored it and to never do that again. So in my future relationship, there's an inkling of like question, wondering, I will never feel that anxiety ever again in my bed, like with someone. Like if I feel it, I'm out. Like it was what I felt. It's like when you're with someone I guess it's a good situation, there's this peace that it comes with.
When you go into the Bachelorette, you're not going to have your phone to like fact check what these men are saying, and you can't salute and you can't look and you can't stalk and you can't do all the things that we girlies do. How do you think you're going to build trust with men in this season?
Yeah, honestly,
it's just based off of their word. Yeah,
it is. I think it's one, feeling. 2, you can kind of feel it, which is cool for us girls because we're like, you're bullshitting me, but let's go. Or it's just a peaceful feeling. And also I think everything comes to the surface. So for me, I'm not worried. Like if they're lying about something and it happens to come out later, dude, like how did you think it wasn't? If please, if you haven't watched the freaking also our show, because like everything comes to the surface, and not just in my life, but I've seen it in all like friends and family's life. Like if you're lying, it's going to come out.
How do you feel about all these men having the opportunity to watch Secret Lives of Mormon Wives? Like does it freak you out a little bit? Do you want them to watch? Do you not want them to watch?
I go back and forth because obviously my first season, I was so freaking pregnant. And for me, it was like, it's hard to watch yourself be pregnant with 70 pounds on. I'm emotional. My life is a mess. Like, it's really hard to watch. It's PTSD. Like, for me, I'm just like, so it could scare them a little bit of like, I'll give you an example of just the guy that came out of state to visit me, right? He did not want to watch the whole series because he's like, I wanted to know you for you and not the show. And honestly, if he had watched it, he might have been a little nervous to come, right? And but he still had seen, clips and whatnot. But he said, you're just so different than I would have thought, in a better way, I would hope. But he's like, you're more calm and chill. And there's like, I've been told like there's a peaceful presence, which I'll never understand that one because my mind is loud, right? So when people say that, I'm like, really? Like, it's so loud in here. What piece are you getting?
Like, where did you get that from?
But it's also interesting, like what the point she's kind of skirting around here is like, any reality show is fake. Whatever you're seeing in that show is not the real person in any capacity. It's what they're doing when a camera is pointed at them to try and be entertaining in the context of whatever the format of the show is, whether it's a game show like Bachelor or a more kind of docu-series like Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. That isn't really her. It's a cut down version of whatever she was doing in service of that scene, So it's like, you can watch that show and I think it'll give you a good idea of how she will behave as a reality performer, but that's not who she actually is. And as a Bachelorette, that's not who she actually is. That's also her as a reality performer, just in this new format that she hasn't done yet.
And her TikToks.
That's
all everything she's choosing to put out
yes,
there.
all of this is part of her kind of parasocial identity. I would say to any players going into this season, definitely watch all those seasons. Get as much information as you can out of it, but also keep in mind that's not who she actually is. And also, the Bachelorette that you're going to be meeting is not actually who she is either. It's her version, her performer version of herself.
from, babe.
I
Yeah,
mean,
but
she's an influencer without her phone. She's definitely not going to be who she really is.
Yeah, exactly.
it is. And he was like, it's been like, I just didn't expect it. And so I think that's kind of exciting too. And if they do see it, maybe they get a whole nother side of me too that they don't know. So
That's a good point. It's like whatever version, they're going to show up, whether they watched it or not. And
Yeah.
there has been a lot of moments that we've seen. I know that we saw one of your lowest moments play out on the show the night of your arrest.
Okay.
When you do look back at that version of yourself, like, what do you feel?
that'll never be a topic that's like that doesn't like, obviously I feel like a lump in my throat because it's just such a hard time in my life. And so I never really even think about me in that situation. Obviously it's like my kids because they were involved, right? Of like, they were in the house and the charges were all dropped. I never had hurt my daughter. I never intentionally did anything with my children. I never have ever. And so that was like the hardest time just because like I am such a passive mom and like really good to my kids. So to be known as something like that was like, that is like the worst time. But in that moment that we see on screen, I see a lot of pain. And I didn't have any tools at that time. So I was like very lost. And I remember you can hear it on the tape. And I'm like, they're like, what's wrong? What's wrong? I'm like, I'm in so
Jesus
much pain inside. And I'm
Christ.
literally like, it's on the tape. Like I'm crying. He's like, what? He's like acting like I'm like hurt. He's like, what's wrong? What's wrong? I'm like, there's so much pain. There's so much pain. I can't. I guess I never even look at it for me like the time. And that's why I felt guilt. It's just like, because I could have been like, my therapist is like, you were trying your best with what you knew you had. I never been through anything like that. So I didn't have the tools. And they were like, but you have to give yourself grace because you didn't know and you didn't have it. And I was like, but that you could have, they're like, so you did the best that you can. And they're telling me this in therapy, but I'm like, no, I wasn't though. I wasn't for my kids. Like, I think I was being very selfish and I've accepted that I was selfish at that time, but I've learned from it. And I've been trying to, make up for it. And obviously immense amounts of therapy and tools and learning and made up time with my kids and having to, deny a lot of opportunities and it's because I want to be with my kids. Like I did have a lot of time of grieving and loss that I don't want any more wasted time for my kids. They're only small for so long. So that is a hard topic and just due to the what we all know about it. But that was one of my lowest nights on freaking TV and it's embarrassing but with that has come a lot of learning lessons and I become a better mom because of it, because in my next relationship and even just the one like the little dating that I've done, it's just like, I'm sorry, but I don't want to go on a date. I want to sit here and I want to ride bikes with my kids tonight. And that's what I'm choosing because that is, to me, what feels like I should be doing on my days. That's what I should have been doing. It was a lesson learned.
I mean, I see it.
God, what a fucking performance. Oh my God. Immediate tear play. So it's for TRR. I was embarrassed. I felt shame. A lot of pain. It's a victimization play, even though she was the one who got arrested. All the charges dropped, by the way. So therefore, it never happened legally. I'm in the clear. Did it all for my kids. Turns it back to the package deal. She's just layering so much through that. Massive hours of therapy.
Spending more time with the kids now.
I didn't have the tools then. I'm a different person now. She's raising wells, taking wells down, playing PTCs, playing tier play so that it's for TRR. She is going to dominate this Bachelor landscape. I don't know. I just don't even know what to say. I think she already, right now, is positioned to be the greatest Bachelorette of all time. Just based on that performance. Can you imagine? Like, what's a guy going to do on a one-on-one date? She has that kind of arsenal in her tool bag. What we just watched on a fucking podcast. You don't think she's going to be able to turn that up to 20 on actual television?
It's going to be... I can't even believe we're getting to see this.
These guys got no shot.
No. It is going to be her show.
Amount of pain that still lives in you, but I also think we just keep seeing your growth, even if it's not glamorous. Like
yeah, and having to talk about it, it's not easy, and there's no right answer on that other than I've tried to learn from it.
There was obviously also the whole controversy over the swinging parties that you and your ex-husband would go to became the biggest conversation at the time online. Do you have any worries about how the men this season might perceive that situation?
Yeah.
Wait, that's her story? Is her and her husband were swingers?
That's how the show started, is she started this mom talk thing and then at one point came out and said I was doing swinging things with these other couples, basically.
Oh,
I think it
kinda
was to
remember this.
defend why she was like maybe accused of cheating, and she was like, no, everyone was there, or something like that.
Okay.
But she's the one who, like, quote unquote, blew up Mom Talk by saying that
Everybody
everyone
was
was
involved in
swinging.
swinging parties.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, that one's also another hard one because yeah, they can have their preconceived assumptions, and their families and their parents will probably also, like, it's not like I don't know, like, right, if their parents were to read it, they'd be like, oh, well, be careful, be safe, like, that's, you know. But again, if they've followed anything or the journey, they go look at my Instagram, whatever, there has been such progress too that it's just like not who I am anymore. It was 3 years ago. It was a very short-lived let's see, learning lesson. That's another one I learned, right? Don't open your marriage because it didn't end well. And I'm whatever, if you have an open marriage, great. If you have your system down, great. I don't judge on that either because obviously I tried it, but it didn't work out, you know, and I don't think it would ever be healthy for me. And I think when you're really in love with someone, you're probably not wanting to share them. So obviously there were lots of issues in the marriages, and I would never do that again. And also even put my foot in a position, right? I think things start very innocently and not meant to be like that, or you didn't think it would get to this, or any of that. So for me, another thing is just even friendship boundaries of, like, with men, right? I have very, like, fine lines of things that I would not ever, you know, say, or a long conversation anymore. Like, there are just a lot of things that I would never even put myself in the position to be even alluded to that or anything like it. So another learning lesson.
Call Her Daddy is brought to you
so
by
the other husband, like,
Hidden 54 that started it all,
broke up
and it's
his marriage and told her he was in love with her
The other swinger?
from the swinging. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
with flavorful herbs and punch to for any Hidden Valley.
Damn,
Go
these
make some
commercials are
memories.
long as hell.
100 calories in through always friends and I in your hand.
Okay, let's play a game.
Oh no.
I am going to describe a man to you,
Okay.
and you are going to tell me if you would give him a rose.
Okay.
Okay. He's a hopeless romantic, but he trauma dumps during your one-on-one.
I would give a rose. Yeah, trauma dumping. I mean, sometimes that's how you get to know someone. And I feel like what I do is also explain my story, and my story is a trauma dump. So I'm going to have to do that. So I would expect that also. So, and we have limited time. So rose.
I was going to say, like, maybe in the real world, if it's the first date, you're
Yeah.
like, whoa, but you have, this guy may be like, this is the only one-on-one I'm going to get for weeks.
Uh-huh.
I'm taking my shot. I got to let her know where I'm coming from. So I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. He's extremely supportive of your career, but won't be in your TikToks.
No rose. That's my life. That's my job. Like, if you don't want to, I mean, okay. Yeah, no rose.
You're like, absolutely not. Get in
Totally.
here
Well,
and do the renegade.
not like that. Okay, not to maybe that extent, but like, I do a lot of family vlogging, and that's like what I share, and that's my kids, and I want him to be in my family. And if I have to like blur out him, I'm like, duh, I want to show him off.
Do the
extra
women
editing.
of Mom Talk need to approve of him?
I mean, I do what I want, so no. I would like their opinion. Tell me what you think, but if you say no and I still love him, I'm going with him. Sorry.
Okay, he's protective of you, but gets jealous on group dates.
Rose.
Are you the jealous
Oh,
type?
Shit.
I wasn't, and then I was, and now,
I think that means she wants a guy who will, in quotes, fight for her, meaning fight the other guys. I think they're going to give her the date where the guys have to beat the shit out of each other, and she's going to love it.
now I kind of am. Yes, but I don't want to be like the crazy jealous type. You know, I'm like, ooh, like kind of jealous, but I don't want to be possessive ever.
He got your first rose, probably from doing the strip tease,
Oh gosh.
but he has drama with the other guys.
Rose, because it could be like an alpha thing where men are like, you know, they don't like him already because it's kind of like the Maria of the group, right? Like a lot of girls just didn't like her because she was like thriving and living her best life, and she's like, why do you guys not like me? And I'm like, yeah, why don't you guys not like her? Like, she's awesome.
It's a great point.
Yeah.
Okay, he has an amazing personality, but physically he isn't your type.
Rose.
Do you think that physical connection can build over time?
Absolutely. Yeah. But I have fallen for people that like, not fallen, but like liked people that aren't my type. And then, okay, for example, I'll just say within the swinging thing, like the one that I ended up liking was the one that everyone was like, I would have had no idea you liked him. So like in everyone's, it's just, you can surprise yourself sometimes.
Your children love him, but your mom hates him.
Yeah, that's a hard one. My mom doesn't hate a lot of people, so if she's hating him, that to me is her intuition is off, which would kind of nerve me out. So that would that'd be a hard one. If my mom's hating him, I probably would not.
Are you planning on introducing your kids to any of the
Her
men?
mom hated
I
Dakota.
would like
so
to.
that's
I thought
wrong.
about this, and I think the last runner-ups, I don't know if it's like a 2 or 3, how it ends up for me, but yeah, I think that's very important. I want to see how they interact with kids. I want to see if they all kind of vibe or.
Well, certainly there will be a group date that is a child army group date where they have to do a birthday or something, whatever. But the meeting of the
Early
family, I think,
testing.
is probably where she will introduce her kids to the guys, I would guess.
Mm-hmm.
So in the
And her
finals,
mom.
yeah.
If they even like it, or are they comfortable, or is this like, oh, like maybe it scares them, and like, oh, maybe I was ready, but now that I'm surrounded by 3 little kids, I don't know if I can do this. So I think that's a tester in itself. So yeah, I think, and I will always obviously introduce them as like very like surface based, like not like this is gonna be your daddy type thing, like very surface of like just trying to get to know them. But I want to see how they interact.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you said that you would be down for a man who has kids of his own.
Mhm.
Do you think that would be a plus? Like, do you think that would make someone stand out more? Or it's like not something you're like looking for, but you're so down if they have it?
The second one, probably not like per se looking for, but if you have them, great. It's
Yeah.
not like a deal breaker at all.
Okay, talk to me about hometowns. What are you most nervous for when it comes to hometowns?
Meeting their moms.
You're like, hey, girl.
Hey, I am.
Watch, she's like the biggest Secret Lives fan.
I didn't even think about that part actually. Because what if they only like it because of the show? They don't even like me. They're like, oh hell yeah, just the show. I didn't even think about that. Or
They're,
the
like, asking you for
sisters.
tea. Oh my, the sisters.
Like the sisters
taking
are actually
selfies
the
with
scary
you?
one. Yeah, yes, those are scarier than the moms sometimes. I think honestly, they're
Interesting.
protective.
Do you feel like you're good with parents, or are
Yes.
you okay?
I am great with parents, and they always love me until they don't. And that's just given the circumstances. I'm sure you can assume that obviously there were hard issues there, but yes, they usually like me.
How would you handle falling in love with someone and then at hometowns you realize that you don't get along with his family?
That would be a first for me. I've never dated someone that I did not vibe with their family. Never.
Would it be a deal breaker?
Wow.
I mean, I think for them, maybe. Well, yeah, if they don't like me, I can't like convince you to like me. So, but no, not if he loved me. No.
Would you need your parents' approval in order for you to accept an engagement?
I don't need their approval. I would want them, obviously, I want their advice on it, but no, if I fall in love with someone and they're like not obsessed with him, it's not up to them. So I hate to say it, but they're not the ones who have to end up with it's me. And my mom always says that we're not the ones who end up with them. It's your choice. And so I like that, even if they're not fans. But obviously, looking at my past, maybe I should listen to my parents too.
Okay, well, last season on Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, your family barbecue, we watched your parents essentially side with your ex, Dakota, a little bit. How has that impacted the way that you share your personal life with them?
It actually grew our family closer together. I don't know if it was like a reflection that they watched, and my dad has become very
Her dad
just very
slut shamed her in it.
Oh,
extra
damn.
caring, and like he'll check in on
He's like,
me,
"Well,
and
why did you
he like
sleep with him so
I don't know if it
early,"
just like
kinda thing.
maybe he watched it on TV and it really stuck with him and was like, whoa, like maybe I should, a reflection of like I he hasn't said it, I can almost feel it, like he's really been great and so loving, and I think I'll say maybe it touched him in a way of like I did not even realize. And same thing with my mom. She's actually like, they've just changed since, and for the better. And I don't know if it was like I saw myself and I didn't know the extent, or maybe I just wasn't listening to you and you wanted to be heard. I don't know what it was, but things have really changed, and we've been so close ever since. So
So you didn't have a conversation, but after it aired, you can feel they shifted.
oh no, we had I mean, we all cried during it. Like
Okay.
it was a very hard scene. It's so real, so raw. Like, and I think there were so many heightened emotions. Obviously, yes, you see a lot of our lives, but you don't see every piece of it. So there was a lot going on right at the time, and I'm postpartum. It is very heightened, and so I mean, that very night my dad came up to me and like hugged me and said, I'm so sorry, like I love you. And obviously that wasn't even, we weren't on camera, so it's like things like that people don't see. But my family is so supportive. Like they're like my ride or die crew, and they would do anything for me. And I don't know if people realize that, but they would. Are they harsh? Yes. Have we had family fights? Yes. That is
Every
I
family
don't know if that's
does.
normal, but for us it's normal.
Yeah.
And we bicker and fight, and we've had plenty, and sometimes we're all yelling at each other and we go home and we're mad, and the next day we love each other. It's family.
Totally.
So
Okay,
Yeah.
if you're getting engaged, have you thought about what kind of ring you want?
no, I'm so sorry.
Neil Lane. A Neil Lane ring, right?
simple. You can Amazon it for me.
Stop, Taylor.
I'm not even. Maybe okay. I'm not gonna do that because it says.
Don't put that into the world. No.
I just cut that
Yeah,
out.
cut that.
I'm just so simple. I'm so simple, and so I like. I don't want
So much
anything
whipped
crazy
cream.
extravagant. I'll probably lose it, to be honest. So like maybe two cheap ones that I can.
Make sure you get insurance, whoever you are, insurance, and a backup fake one that she can wear out.
Yes. Okay. That and when it comes to materialistic things like that, I am not big on. Like, or I'm not picky on. It's not about even the ring. It's the symbol. It's the meaning.
Okay,
That's what.
so you're
matters.
down for whatever cut, whatever style. Okay,
Neil
love that for you.
Wayne.
What are you most excited about heading into filming?
Trying to double my TikTok followers.
Excited. I don't know. It's so surreal. I think is my husband popping out of a limo here in a month, right? Like I have to think about that. Is this like, am I getting engaged like to one of these men? Like,
Yes. Do it.
do I come home with a man? Isn't that crazy?
It's about to go down. Your life is about to change
Change
forever.
forever.
You also have season 3 of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives coming out this fall.
Yes.
I know we have to be tight-lipped because we have to wait, but can you tell us anything about it?
It is a closure to a chapter of my life, but like it's like almost like a cliffhanger of like what happens next because there is some like a chapter closing.
Okay, we're going to end with
Do you think in that season, the last episode is her getting the Bachelorette offer?
I hope so.
I bet it's in the show.
some Secret Lives rapid fire.
Oh gosh.
Who was the biggest villain of season 2?
Oh, I mean, Demi. We all knew that.
Yeah. And what is your current relationship with her?
We're fine. We're good now. Yeah, she got very
Oh
humbled.
my
which was-
God.
I said sometimes that's great. I've been there, Demi. I've been there. I've been very on the other side, so I know what you're feeling. I know what that's like.
They
I know what it's
fought
like
all
also to see
season.
yourself and be like, well,
Okay.
take a step back. What could I have done differently? I still do that. I do that to this very day all the time. And she was very
Whoa.
humbled. She apologized, and so it's like you can only when someone's trying to be better. Okay,
Yeah.
that's all you can do.
Why do you think she actually didn't go to the reunion?
Probably because there was a lot of heat. I mean, Disneyland's great, but like there was probably a lot of heat, and she wasn't ready for it.
Who in the cast are you currently the closest to?
Probably Macy, Michaela, Jesse. Like we kind of do more things together.
Do you think you know the truth of what happened at Vanderpump Villa?
I don't think I know, and I don't think anyone who's to say if will ever know.
Are Jesse and Jordan still together?
As far as I know,
Okay. What are 3 words you would use to describe the current state of mom talk?
cordial, maybe a little confused, and hyped. There's a lot coming.
Has anyone left mom talk since the reunion?
Hyped.
No.
Okay, last question. What do you want viewers to know about you tuning into this season of The Bachelorette? There may be some people that are going to become new fans. There may be some already existing fans that are going to see you in a different light. What do you want them to take from all of this?
I just want them to come into the show knowing that I have 5.7 million TikTok followers and I'm the most famous person who has ever been cast as a lead in the history of this show. Thank you.
I had not thought about that no one had been cast who wasn't for Bachelorette who hadn't been on the show.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I was thinking about that too when she said that, and I believe it is accurate. All the Bachelorettes
Yeah.
have come from prior seasons of Bachelor. There have been how many Bachelors were not from prior seasons? Alex Michelle, Aaron Buergi,
Everyone until
Firestone. Guinea was number 4, and he came
Guinea,
from Bachelorette.
and then everyone until Mesney.
Right. Matt Grant, season 12, was the last civilian, the British civilian.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mesney
Well,
forward.
Matt James is technically a civilian.
He's not. He's
Okay.
not. He's not.
Yes, he is.
Well, more so
I
if
don't
they're like
count him as that.
it's an. I know they're maybe a newer fan base. So if you don't know me, maybe just like a fair shot at maybe what you've heard about me, you've seen, maybe just a fair shot as anyone else. And I am learning as anyone else, and I've more self-aware. I've made a lot of mistakes. I've learned. Honestly, I'm so grateful for this opportunity. I, as well, don't know how I am here, but I'm thankful, and I can only just say thank you to everyone who's ever supported me and been here from the beginning, even through all the ugly, and stuck by me and saw this through and not just judge me and was like, she sucks. And maybe there are, and that came back through of like learning
I
lessons,
have
because all you
stuck
can
by
do when
her.
someone is messing up learn from it and,
You're
and do
welcome.
better. You don't have to stay in that hole of becoming worse and worse. You can come out.
I am so fucking excited to watch the season of The Bachelorette. I am so happy.
Me
Sorry if anyone's looking
too.
forward to it. I'm happy it's not a guy. You are the best surprise. I think people are going to actually fucking shit themselves when they see this announcement. They're gonna be like, there's no fucking way. There's no way Taylor Frankie Paul is about to be the Bachelorette.
Hey, can I
Yes, she
also
is.
say though that
Yes.
with everything it just said,
Yes.
still probably mistakes coming. I'm like
No, no, no.
obviously like
we want the messy Taylor. I don't
I'm
want you to
like-
go in there and be like,
I'm kind of I'm chaos too. Like obviously there's no secret
We want
with
that.
and so like obviously like I'm trying to do better, but I still to this day I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Like,
girl, if there is not chaos and messiness when you date 20
there's
plus
no such
men,
thing. There's no such thing with
how
me.
would
There's
you
no such thing.
bring that same energy to the Bachelorette? And we're all gonna love it. Seriously.
I unfortunately naturally do that, so
Perfect.
it's fine.
Perfect.
yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on Call Her Daddy. I cannot wait to see if you have a ring on your finger in a couple months. And good luck.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been an honor to be here. You're amazing. And honestly, I look up to you because I feel like you came out of a taboo thing and you were just like, here it is. You talked about topics that's what got people's attention because you were saying things that no one
What was
talked
her
about.
taboo
Yeah, or
thing?
wanted to admit, and you got him to say it. And here you are today. So congrats to you as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Love you. Good luck.
Instructing how to
Thank
give
you.
blowjobs. I don't know.
Well,
Being very open about sex.
wow, there you have it. We've got
Dang.
Taylor Frankie Paul's our next Bachelorette, the most famous lead ever cast in the history of the show.
Great interview.
Great interview as always from Alex Cooper and Call Her Daddy. We are going into this. I believe this is going to air in January instead of Bachelor, but I will say, based on what certain channels of information I have access to, I believe Bachelor is going to be coming in 2026 as well. So we'll keep coverage of all of that, of course. Thank you for joining us in Casa Gore. Like I said, if you liked this is our first Casa Gore that we're putting fully on YouTube as well. If you liked it, come on over to our Patreon. We are doing this basically a couple of times a week with various reality shows and YouTube videos and all kinds of stuff. And we're going to do seasons 1, 2, and the upcoming 3 of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives in Casa Gore leading into Taylor Frankie Paul's Bachelorette season next January. So join us for that,
Yeah.
if you will.
We're doing Love is Blind UK right now. Praise be Dark Lord Palmer.